Greetings, Guardians. This is Olympus Alliance, and today we're diving deep into the dark, arcane power of Zesha, the Dominion's legendary exiled witch. A mage who doesn't just deal damage, but feeds off the life force of her own allies to fuel her spells, turning sacrifice into overwhelming power. If you've faced her at full strength, you already know, she's one of the most dangerous heroes in Hero Wars, Alliance, and if left unchecked, she can snowball into an unstoppable force. In this ultimate guide, we'll break down every part of Zesha's kit, her builds, skins, glyphs, artifacts, gift of the elements, talismans, teams, and the best ways to counter her. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to make her dominate the battlefield. Or shut her down before she takes over. So, let's get into it. We start with her first skill, Deadly Ray. This is Zesha's signature move and one of the most lethal single-target nukes in the game. She drains 3% of the max health from any allies with more than 25% health remaining, and then targets the enemy with the lowest magic defense. The damage is based on the health she just drained from her allies plus her magic attack stat. If that attack kills the target, your allies recover double the health they lost. It's a brutal mix of sacrifice and execution. The skill bypasses tanks, ignores positioning, and heads straight for the weakest magical link on the enemy team. If you land this on a squishy damage dealer or healer, it's usually game over for them. And with her basic attacks also dealing magic damage based on her magic attack, Zesha keeps pressure on even between her skill casts. Her second skill, Spiritual Power, transforms her from a lone threat into a full-on team amplifier. Zesha damages allies by 3% of their max health if they have more than 25% health, and in exchange, they get a magic attack bonus for 4 seconds. Chaos faction heroes get double that bonus, which is where things get really dangerous. Aiden, Krista, Lars, and Peppy thrive under this buff. Aiden's Bonds of Fire hits harder, Krista's Icy Vengeance becomes devastating, Lars' Lord of the Storm strikes like a sledgehammer, and Peppy's Boldness punishes anyone caught unprepared. And this doesn't stop at Chaos heroes. Any hero whose skills scale with magic attack, like Amira or Celeste, will benefit. When timed right, this skill can turn an average fight into a crushing victory in seconds. Her third skill, Crimson Mist, is pure control. Zesha shrouds the battlefield in mist for 4 seconds, making all enemy basic attacks miss. This is especially effective against heroes who rely on basic attack chains for their damage output. Cascade, Daredevil, and Dark Star immediately come to mind. It's also a lifesaver for your front line if they're under heavy pressure from physical attackers. And then we have her fourth skill, Soaring Might, the reason Zesha can become a late-game monster. Every time an ally loses health from allied skills, Zesha gains a permanent magic attack bonus equal to 25% of the health lost. The synergy with Aiden here is ridiculous. His Phoenix's Ritual and Bonds of Fire constantly chip away at allies' health, feeding Zesha massive amounts of permanent magic attack throughout the fight. And because she can share that growing power through Spiritual Power, the entire team benefits from her snowballing stats. If Zesha survives long enough, she doesn't just become dangerous, she becomes inevitable. Now, let's talk about how to build Zesha to unleash her full potential. She's a middle line mage from the Way of Chaos, so your focus is on magic penetration, magic attack, and survivability. For items of rank, in the Violet stages, aim for Elephant Guard, Book of Prophecies, and Panoptic Orb. These give her the penetration and attack she needs early on. In the Orange stages, prioritize the Staff of Neutralization, Oracle's Censor, and Light of Distant Stars. Orange +3 or +4 is more than enough to dominate in early and mid-game. Skins, she has 6. First, Magic Penetration, top priority to bypass enemy resistance. Second magic attack, boosts all her damage and skill power. Third magic critical hit chance, doubling damage on crits is huge. Fourth default, extra magic attack plus a bit of resistance. Fifth health, more survivability to keep her in the fight. Sixth and last one armor, least urgent, but still valuable against physical heavy teams. If she ever gets another magic penetration or magic attack skin, max it immediately. Glyphs, magic penetration first, then health, magic attack, intelligence, and finally magic defense. Keep them at level 40 unless you're going for skill class upgrades. Artifacts, weapon first, because every deadly ray will trigger a magic attack boost for the whole team. Book second for extra penetration and attack. Ring last, good, but not as critical early on. Gift of the elements, max it, focusing on magic defense and magic attack. Talismans, her first boosts intelligence and magic attack, her second boosts armor and magic penetration. Both are excellent, but the second is VIP exclusive. Let's talk team synergies. The absolute core partner for Zesha is Aiden. His constant ally damage from Phoenix's ritual and bonds of fire fuels her soaring might, giving her insane permanent magic attack gains. Krista and Lars combine perfectly with her control for devastating area damage. Peppy benefits hugely from her spiritual power, turning into a burst machine. Amira and Celeste also work beautifully, using the buff to increase their own lethal skills. Of course, Zesha isn't invincible. Let's go over counters. Cornelius, heavy wisdom scales off intelligence and can one-shot her outright. Morrigan, her summoned skeletons soak Zesha's deadly ray, keeping your real damage dealers safe. Phobos, drains her energy and stuns her, shutting down her most dangerous plays. Fafnir, runic shield can protect allies under 25% health from execution. Rufus, immune to magic damage, making Zesha completely ineffective against him. Jorgen, energy drain slows her ultimate rotation and delays her spike damage. If you see Zesha on the enemy team, bring at least one of these counters to keep her under control. Again, team combos, we will do it all combined, because we have so much to show on Chaos Faction. And that's the full picture, Guardians. Zesha is a high-risk, high-reward mage who thrives on sacrifice. Play her with the right allies and she will dominate, dealing massive single-target nukes, amplifying your whole team's damage, shutting down basic attackers, and snowballing her magic attack to absurd levels. Leave her unchecked, and she will dismantle your team piece by piece. Now I want to hear from you. Have you been using Zesha, or do you have a secret counter that works every time? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because I read them all and I love hearing your strategies. And while you're there, hit that like button, ring that bell, and subscribe so you never miss another Olympus Alliance guide. Stay tuned, stay sharp, and as always, salute and friendship.